But unfortunately, I missed the medical by 0.5%. So that time I heard the word pharmacy, and pharmacy can be the career. Landed in pharmacy profession, not knowing much more about the pharmacy profession. Almost 12 hours standing, I traveled. So the lesson of life which I got, that efforts are unending, which is told to me by my father. That was a tagline of my father in the life. I started actually working on that efforts unending. I got the result. Getting the exposure to the pharmaceutical practices is anything you do sincerely, consistently, and if you document anything, actually job I was unable to get in, I said, but I went there as a consultant. But coming to the India and Indian universities, what are the programs we are running, the statistics says not more than 5% skill development is happening. Our students, if we develop the skill, contribution which we can make to the whole world, job will not be a problem. Is saving the life of somebody by giving that vaccine. It's not the asset. जियो इतना कि जिंदगी कम पड़ जाए, हंसो इतना कि रोना मुश्किल हो जाए। किसी चीज को पाना तो किस्मत की बात है, मगर कोशिश इतनी करो कि ईश्वर देने को मजबूर हो जाए, मजबूर हो जाए, मजबूर हो जाए।
Dr. Mahesh Burande is a distinguished figure in the pharmaceutical industry with over 38 years of experience and excellence. Dr. Burande is currently serving as director of JSPM Institute. He is also the founder member of IPER and leading institution providing consultancy, training, and education to pharmaceutical industry and pharmaceutical aspirants. His biggest honor is to become the president of Indian Pharmaceutical Congress in 2017 in Chandigarh. We are honored to have Dr. Mahesh Burande here at LBS podcast to guide and inspire our students. Sir, you have spent over around four decades in pharma and healthcare sectors. So we would first like to know how this journey started, like from where you came to Pune and which is your native place and where did you have your primary education and how did the entire life journey started?
On behalf of pharmacy profession, we wish you a very, very happy and healthy good afternoon. My journey started from Kolhapur. My father was a professor of agronomy at Mahatma Phule Krishi Vidyapit. So education, primary as well as the secondary and initial college education was in Kolhapur. And during that time, and even still today, most of the parents are expecting you that either you should become an engineer or a doctor. Since my biology was good, I thought during that time that I should go to the medicine field to become a doctor. But unfortunately, I missed the medical by 0.5%. And then it was a big question in the mind because the B plan was not ready. Even my parents, friends, relatives really got depressed that time, including me. But somehow we went to our family doctor, and that family doctor advised me, Dr. Karande in Rajarampuri, Kolhapur, that why don't you go to pharmacy? Pharmacy is equally a good field and good contribution you can make it because your biology is good. So that time I heard the word pharmacy and pharmacy can be the career. Then started looking out for various pharmacy colleges. Few colleges were there during that time in Maharashtra, especially in 1978. Nearest to me was Government College of Pharmacy, Karad. Second college was Department of Pharmaceutical Sciences, Nagpur University. And three colleges in Mumbai. One is UD City, another is Mumbai College of Pharmacy, and third was KM Kundmani College of Pharmacy. So I wrote a postcard that I wanted to do B.Pharm.
And this is which year, sir?
This happened in 1978.
78.
Yes. And came Kundanali College of Pharmacy, Ulhasnagar, immediately replied that there are 5 seats, especially for Shivaji University, and you can apply. And since your marks are good, you will get the admission. And me and my father went there, and admission process was complete, and I landed in pharmacy profession, not knowing much more about the pharmacy profession.
So at the graduation level you started in 1978.
Yeah.
Then how did your professional journey started, sir? From
Yes. 1980, I completed B.Pharm from Mumbai University. And since my father was a professor and my mother also told me that you should continue your education for the post-graduation. So I started looking again. And since I got the second class, admission in Mumbai University was not possible, told my principal. So I started searching other colleges. And literally during 2-3 days, I traveled myself to Sagar University, and from Sagar University to Ahmedabad.
Sagar is in Madhya Pradesh.
Yeah, Sagar is in Madhya Pradesh, and Ahmedabad, in the Gujarat. Almost 12 hours standing, I traveled. And when I landed in Ahmedabad, I got the seat in pharmacology in M.Pharm. And I told my principal, I got the admission. He said, purposefully, I told you that you will not get the admission because of the second class. And that's why you have put the efforts. So the lesson of life which I got, that efforts are unending, which is told to me by my father. That was a tagline of my father in the life. I started actually working on that efforts unending. I got the result.
And then you did your M.Pharm from Ahmedabad.
Yes. M.Pharm I completed from Gujarat University, LM College of Pharmacy. I got a very good guide, Dr. Subhash Verma, a greatest pharmacologist of India. And he promised me, Mahesh, you can do PhD under me. Otherwise, I can recommend your name to any pharmaceutical industry where you can progress. Otherwise, you can go to the USA or Canada and do your PhD. 3 best options he has given to me. Unfortunately, he expired in the train accident during that time. And my life continued. And I came back to the Pune, started actually looking for a management qualification, which I was interested right from the beginning. But I was unable to get the admission for the MBA because few colleges were there. But somebody told me that nearest to your college, IMDR, which is running a part-time program in the evening that is called as Diploma in Business Management. And later, after 2 years, 1 year extension, you can get Master's Diploma in Business Administration. I met Professor Chejwalkar. He said, whatever happened in your life is the good thing. You start your actually working in the pharmaceutical industry, and evening you can join the management education. I took that advice very seriously and completed my MD BA in marketing as a specialization, which has given me so many ideas that how, as a business development person, you can contribute to the pharmaceutical industry. Taking the experience in industry plus this combination of actually management work as a synergism in my life to contribute to the pharmaceutical industry.
So, sir, post your formal education and the management education, how did your industry experience started and how that journey started?
Management education, I was doing parallel with my industry job, which was the first job at Litaka Pharmaceuticals, Pune. And it's a very interesting story. I went with my qualification, degree certificates and everything. And the question was asked me that whether you have worked in some industry for internship. I said, yes, I worked with the Hex Pharmaceuticals for 1 month. And I immediately shown them, this is my project report, what I have prepared. And looking to that project report in all and with all details and everything, they asked me so many questions. And I was able to answer that question because I really worked for 1 month in that industry as an intern and prepare all the documents perfectly. They liked that documentation report, and without asking any question further, they said, from tomorrow you can join the pharmaceutical industry.
Great.
And it was the biggest joy in my life that whatever education I have taken and whatever the knowledge and skill, little skill, more knowledge, I got my first job. I never asked the salary also during that time. And after 1 month, actually, I got the salary 300 rupees, that also in the coin. But I was very happy. And that time only I decided that 100 rupees I will invest for the education. So I continued my management education, law education, investing the money, whatever the salary I was getting. Because salary, I consider it was the secondary. Getting the exposure to the pharmaceutical practices importance was given from my side. And the lesson which I got for getting this job is anything you do sincerely, consistently, and if you document anything, uh, I think the world appreciate you. And job is not a actually problem in that case; it's an opportunity because that documentation work. And later I came to know, working in the pharmaceutical industry, that whatever you do, documentation, documentation, documentation is the ideal word for the good manufacturing practices. And that I implemented right from the beginning. I continued with the industry for 2 years. Simultaneously, I completed my management education. And one actually moment came in my life because first time in Pune, Bharati Vidyapit, Pune College of Pharmacy started in 1981, and the students were in the fourth year batch, and there is a practical known as pharmacology, where actually how the drugs act on the actually animals, that practical should be demonstrated. And since acting Bharati Vidyapit Pune College of Pharmacy came to me that I am M.Pharm pharmacology, they contacted me and they said, why don't you come and start this practical because nobody's there in Pune to take care of that responsibility for the student. Uh, it was a question in my mind that whether I should go to the education from industry or not. But just I said, okay, let's go and actually give the interview. I went for the interview. Dr. Shivaji Rao Kadam, the current chancellor of Bharati Vidyapit, he took my interview. It's not an interview. He said, tomorrow you can start the practical. Take this appointment order. An appointment order was assistant, actually a professor, or maybe that time it is called as a lecturer, with a starting payment of 1700 rupees. I was getting in the industry 700 rupees. So 1000 rupees was the rise. And I think more than that, the contribution to the student with my skill, whatever I generated during M.Pharm, was the main focus, and I accepted that job. Many industry friends actually criticize me for my decision that you are going on a wrong path. Your growth will be actually stop at certain stage, but industry growth will be tremendous. But I took that bold decision because my father was also the professor, and I started journey with the education. And I think that time I realized what industry is having the practices and what we teach to the student, there is a big gap.
Yes.
And in my mind, that time the idea came, why not to bridge that gap between academy and industry? And that's why that idea was implemented through our institute, Institute of Pharmaceutical Education and Research in 1990, where we started many programs related to the production, related to quality control,
So
related to the
IPR you
market.
started IPR you started in 1990.
1990 with actually that idea that what we are contributing to the student and what we are implementing in the industry, there is a gap. To bridge that gap, we came out with this institute with like-minded people, and actually the operation started. And that has immensely benefited the pharmacy profession because more than 20,000 students, rather than students, I can say employees, were doing our program, and the industry is benefited. And today, when I see many of them are the vice presidents, presidents with different responsibilities, and when they meet me, they said, "Sir, that courses have given us the direction," and I think that satisfies me that whatever the little idea which we put into the practice, that is contributing today.
So with
to the pharmacy.
IPR your relationship with industry remained continued.
Yes. In fact, I wanted to tell you one story that after M.Pharm, I applied to one company here in Pune known as Isen Pharmaceuticals. It's a very old company. And when I actually asking for them to give me the job before Litaka, they said, you are overqualified, you are M.Pharm, we are looking for a B.Pharm. But when I joined pharmacy college, uh, the timing was 7:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. So I thought utilize this time for the consultancy as well as the training. What is the little knowledge I have? And when I went to the ISN, I think they have not recognized me during that time, but I know that job was not given. But I started actually asking them that give me the consultancy of tablet coating where they were facing the problem. And looking to my skill, they have given me the consultancy. And the first consultancy, they have made the payment of 7,000 rupees during that time. So actually, job I was unable to get in ISEN, but I went there as a consultant. And that time I realized in the life that many good things can happen to you in the life. Initially, there may be the rejection, but you should not give up. You bounce back, and the day will come in your life that people will again appreciate you because of your knowledge, skill, attitude, passion, and hard work. So journey started in a big way. I became the consultant. We started training the people, and the biggest consultancy which I got with MCure Pharmaceuticals, when MCure Pharmaceuticals started the foundation year, almost 1 year we were training their medical representatives, and it was a 10 days program. Almost 2,000 medical representatives we trained at hotel here, and that has given me actually the stamina, that has given me the confidence that people need your services, and that inspires me to contribute still at this age, that whenever the industry is looking for our services, I think we can contribute in big way. Today we have the team. That time people were less, but once you have that dream to achieve something in the life, good people always comes in your contact. They become your team member, they become your leader. We have to just put the idea and the resources, we can reach to the Everest, whatever we are looking for.
Yes. Sir, with IPAR, you are now connected with industry.
Yes.
So can you just put a light on how IPR functions and how you are connected with different industries?
Yes.
And how many companies are employing your students?
Correct.
So basically on how IPR
Yes.
went ahead and what are you doing under the IPR?
Yes. Institute of Pharmaceutical Education and Research, IPER, a pioneer pharma management institute, which we can say, we started running the program known as Diploma in Pharmaceutical Production Management, Diploma in Pharmaceutical Marketing Management, like almost 26 programs which we have. These are the 11 months program. These are the autonomous programs. We have the industrial body who develop the syllabus looking to the need of the industry as well as the gap between academy and industry. And then we offer these services on three modes. One is a correspondence mode. Second is an online mode, which we started almost before the COVID itself in that case. Now COVID has contributed a lot for the online program and even the part-time. And our operation is if we get 30 students from any college or maybe from any industry, our people will go there and actually they will conduct the lectures, they will demonstrate the practicals, and that will become the center. So we offer such services to the pharmacy colleges, life science colleges, as well as the pharmaceutical industries. And the biggest client during COVID-19 is the Serum Institute of India. When they came to know that we are contributing for the skill development on that line, they approached us and we collaborated with each other. And let me tell you proudly today that the COVID is over, but any actually person who joined Serum Institute of India, especially the BSc or BPharm people, they sponsored him for our diploma in pharmaceutical production management as well as diploma in pharmaceutical quality control and quality assurance management. And today, proudly, we can tell in 2025, our 5 years collaboration is still actually going on, and more than 2,000 employees underwent our program, and Serum is very happy the way we are contributing for the skill development. Earlier, it was work hard also, more than 1,000 employees, which we have trained on the pharma skill development, and their productivity, their attitude, their contribution is much more. And Serum's HR manager, Mr. Jain, said that we have promoted them to the higher post with a good salary because of the development of that skill and attitude. Indirectly, we are contributing for the manufacturing of the quality medicine and by giving the quality service. So This is our contribution. And then it's not only the collaboration, we conduct many one-day programs for the pharmaceutical industries on the various topics to clear the concepts in the employees as well as the life science students in the pharmacy colleges and the science colleges. And also looking to NEP 2020 now, National Education Policy, which is emphasizing the internship program, which is emphasizing the skill development program in a year, then organizing the guest lectures of industry people. We are continuing this journey. Recently, I have been given the opportunity to work as a director for the JSP University Pharma Sciences colleges. And there also we started implementing this actually internship program as well as experiential learning program, we say, right from the first year. Earlier, we were giving that exposure in the final year, but right from the first year, we are exposing the student to this practical aspect, which is demonstrating the skill, and such students are required in the pharmaceutical industry. Since we have connect with the industries, more than 100 pharmaceutical companies, we are contributing at present on a different front because of the different requirement. But that's happening. So we are trying to bridge the gap between academia and industry for the skill development. And skill is the challenge. And let me tell you that in 2000, when India wanted to actually know that how much skill is developed through our professional programs, we came to know that the countries like Japan, country like South Korea, they are contributing to 80 to 85% through any program. But coming to the India and Indian universities, whatever the programs we are running, the statistics says not more than 5% skill development is happening. So that's why the government of India is thinking for the skill development, Pradhan Mantri Kaushalya Vikas Yojana, which is emphasizing on the skill development. And NEP 2020 is actually focusing on the skill development, which is the greater challenge. And once we develop the skill, our students are required all over the world, not only for India. Since average age of young Indian is 29 years, I think our students, if we develop the skill, contribution which we can make to the whole world, job will not be a problem. But along with that, development of the soft skills,
Yes.
foreign language, understanding the behaviors, right?
Then, while discussing with many students, those who have done BPharm, they have a dilemma or whether they should do MBA or MPharm. So, what is the scope for student doing MBA after BPharm?
Yes. It's a very good question. And many times, many students of pharmacy colleges are asking me this question. And for that answer, which I wanted to give you, that in third year BPharm itself, what practices we started, conducting the SWOT analysis, strength, weakness, opportunity, and threat of any person. And whenever the student says that I wanted to go for research and development, I wanted to go for the teaching, in that case, we advise them to go for the MPharm. Because MPharm is a super specialization related to the technical aspect of the subject of pharmacy, where he can contribute for the drug development, formulation development, as well as coming out with the innovative ideas in the medicines. So that's why that choice becomes very clear for R&D. Those who want to become a teacher, again, the basic qualification required is MPharm from Pharmacy Council of India or All India Council for Technical Education. So he should opt for the MPharm in that case. But whenever the student is saying the dream that he wanted to start his own business, he wanted to go to the higher position in the sales and marketing, maybe starting as a medical representative and then product manager and then vice president marketing, then the choice becomes MBA, according to me, with my experience. Because MBA will give you more exposure for the business development. MBA will give you more exposure in pharmaceuticals, I'm talking about. Especially for the sales and marketing, big opportunities are available to them to lead in the product management, to lead in the sales department, to lead in the market research department. Tremendous opportunities. We need more people in that case, in the pharmaceutical sales and marketing.
Okay.
And where MBA students, background of pharma is always preferred. And what I have seen in my life, that those who started in the sales and marketing, later after 10 years, 15 years, achieving many milestones, becoming national sales manager, vice president marketing, they started their own pharmaceutical companies. And today they are very successful. So these are the role models in front of us. It may be Juneja of Mankind Pharma. It may be actually Mr. Saldana of Glenmark Pharmaceutical. In Pune itself, it may be Mr. Trivedi of New Life Pharmaceuticals. So many of them. What I have seen that they started from the foundation and they have grown to such level that they started the functional companies. Today they are employing more than 3,000 to 4,000 people.
So even they have not done M-Pharm, like a super specialty.
Yes.
But because they have ground level knowledge, ground level experience,
Yes.
of, consumer psyche and psychology of the entire.
Right.
Okay. Because of that, they could dream of or they could control and create companies.
Yes. Well, two things can happen with MBA Pharma in that case. While doing MBA Pharma, they can have the exposure for the practices in the field as well as in the manufacturing, maybe in the quality control and quality assurance, whatever the career they are looking for, maybe in the import and export management, or maybe in the regulatory management, since India is exporting the drug to more than 180 countries. And if they have that exposure during their MPharm, MBA, which is a 2-year program, or maybe MPharm healthcare program, I think they will be preferred in that case to lead as a manager. Many times students are thinking that when I can become the manager. Manager you can become even without doing MBA, but you can accelerate your career with MBA Pharma or MBA Healthcare Management. And that's why if you're looking for that mission, that I wanted to start my own business, I wanted to reach to the highest position in the pharmaceutical profession. For me, I always advise them that you should prefer the MBA. During my time, MBA Pharma specialization was not available. But nowadays, there are many institutes like Lotus Business School or maybe JSP University now, and many more, even NMIS. They are offering MBA Pharma. So students should take that benefit and actually achieve their career, whatever they are actually having the dream to reach their destination.
Sir, taking clue from your answer, now India has become a global player
Yes.
and leader in pharma sector.
Yeah.
So now can student look for a new, different, higher horizon?
Yes.
Can student go for, like, there are so many colleges like us also. They have an opportunity where student can do and complete their second year in some Western country.
Right.
So do you think student will also have scope abroad in pharma and healthcare sector?
Yes, very good question. And I think tremendous opportunities because India is third in the pharma at present. Number 2 is China, number 1 is the US. And the domestic turnover, what we have achieved recently in 2024 is 3 lakhs crores of domestic consumption of medicine. In India itself, it will go to 10 lakhs crores, maybe around 2030. That is the prediction. Even our export is 2,50,000 crores this year, maybe 2024. And now it may go to 5 lakhs crores in next 2 years. And we are predicting that India can become the pharma super in 2030. That means we are exporting the drugs to the other countries. And the statement which we are making that every third tablet or every fourth capsule today consumed in the world is manufactured in India. And the dream which we have kept that every tablet, every capsule, every ointment which is utilized in the world should be manufactured in India. And for that, I think develop the actually global market. Tremendous opportunities are there. But number one thing, your exposure to actually the world or the global standards, in that case, global environment, what customer is looking for. Your communication skill, maybe with the foreign language, that can contribute. And then during your MBA program, if you have that exposure of 3 months or 6 months understanding, that combination of MBA Pharma will definitely work according to me. And you can be the manager in the pharmaceutical company with the global age. That is the opportunity for you. And as I said earlier, average age of India is young, that is 29. And that advantage we can take because we can export the good people, in that case, with the skill development to the Western countries. In pharma, that is the possibility.
Sir, along with job opportunities, now are there any entrepreneurial adventures or entrepreneurial endeavors that student can take up, like something we were discussing some time back, like medical tourism,
Yes.
or any other area? Can you just put light on if there are some students those who wanted to become entrepreneurs?
Yes.
So what kind of scope is there in pharma and healthcare, sir?
Pharma, we always say there are 15 business opportunities, right from small as a retail, then wholesale, then the repackaging, then own manufacturing unit, then loan license in such a way that you don't require a pharmaceutical company. You just registered your product, take the wholesale license, and get the manufacturing done in another factory where the capacity is available. That is permitted in India. And then actually you start your actually brands in the pharmaceutical market and achieve that. Many people started with this process, not having the company, but having their brands, getting the manufacturing done. So that is again one more venture.
So they may not have the muscle to manufacture the product,
Yes,
but they should have the capability to market the product.
market. Right. That's why the marketing actually give them tremendous opportunity.
And that emphasizes importance of doing MBA.
Yes, yes, yes.
In much
And
more.
once you become actually exposed to such type of environment and practices through your MBA program, I think medical tourism then again comes to the best idea in that case, because of the cost of hospitalization or healthcare is very affordable or economic in India as compared to the Western world. And that's why medical tourism, it's not only the healthcare problems we are going to solve, but rejuvenating the mind by offering them various services like massage therapy or maybe the meditation, which is the culture of India. I think a pharmacist can actually contribute in much bigger way. There are many of my students are doing this business and they are really contributing to the world on that line. India can be the destination in that case for the future entrepreneurs on this line, along with all these other entrepreneurship activities.
Great. So, what you are trying to tell us that in entrepreneurial domain also there are so many opportunities.
Yes.
The student can this sector we have seen during the COVID time when so many sectors were declining.
Yes.
The healthcare was a
Right.
sector which was actually growing.
Yes.
So healthcare is a very resilient and
Right.
a never die kind of a sector where the opportunities are limitless.
Yes.
So, sir, now somebody, if there is some student who is doing B Farm or may not be doing B Farm, suppose somebody is doing, let's say, BCom or BSc or maybe engineering also. So, do you think for them there is any scope in this industry, whether your industry will accommodate, welcome them also?
Yes. I have the best actually answer for this is number one pharmaceutical company of India is the Sun Pharmaceuticals.
Yes.
And the owner is Mr. Dilip Shangvi.
Yes.
And Dilip Shangvi's basic qualification is a commerce graduate.
Okay.
And while doing the commerce, actually his father was having a tiny shop of generic medicine. And father said that why don't you actually help me in the shop? So Dilip Shangvi started actually going because commerce colleges are in the morning. So afternoon he was going to the shop. He created a lot of interest in interacting with medical representative, knowing actually the product, labeling conditions, profit margins and everything. And after 1 year, when he completed BCom, he said to his father, give me 10,000 rupees. I wanted to start a pharmaceutical company. And literally he started the company known as Sun Pharma, a story of 1981 or 82 in Calcutta. And the first product which he brought is a Lidosun, lithium carbonate. That is the brand name Lidosun. It is for the psychic actually problems or psycho disorders. And he himself became medical representative, meeting the doctors. And 6 months, nobody prescribed. Dr. Nandi was the leading actually psychiatrist in the Calcutta. And then Nandi said to him, Dilip, why you are coming to actually meet me? I have not prescribed the product for last 6 months. Then he put the question, sir, why you are not prescribing? And then he said, I don't have the data of the blood level of this drug. And then he said, no problem, sir. We have the Saxena lab nearby. There is a refractometer. You give the blood sample of your actually patients. I will carry that. And even Sun Pharma will give 20 rupees concession. Cost is 40 rupees per blood sample analysis, but 20 rupees Sun Pharma will put and will get the things done. And literally, the blood samples were collected, given to the Saxena lab, analysis was done, and blood level was at the therapeutic level. And Nandi became very happy that quality is there. Although he is manufacturing that product from the other company as a loan license, and he started prescribing Lidosan. And that is the start of Lidosan.
Wow.
And let me tell you, now, today, Sun Pharma is the number one pharmaceutical company with a total turnover, including export, is 32,000 crores. And Nandi said to Dilip Shanghvi, the day will come that you will be the king in the pharmaceuticals in India. And he became that. Today, it is the fifth largest generic manufacturing company of the world. So, as you said, a commerce graduate also can do this. Why not the life science graduates like pharmacy can do that? That is my actually the question to the young generation. But tremendous hard work, tremendous persistence, tremendous application, tremendous knowledge today of the pharmacy, which Dilip Shanghvi is having. So this is one example. Then even BSc peoples, we are welcoming them. Maybe in the manufacturing, maybe in the quality control, maybe in the quality assurance. We require the commerce people because financial management is the major actually responsibility in any business, and they are contributing. In fact, many CAs are the managing directors of the pharmaceutical company in India. Because of their experience and contribution, they started the companies and now they are the managing director. So even engineers are most welcome. We require the engineers to construct the best factories. IT is the part of the life now. IT engineers are required. So we always say the pharmacy heart is much bigger. We can accommodate many people in the pharma business as well as the service. And I think the life science people can much contribute because you have that technical background. So profession is really open because ultimately what we are doing in the pharma, we are doing in saving the life, nurturing the life, protecting the life, and enhancing the quality of life. And biggest satisfaction in the life, what Dr. Cyrus Punawala said, is saving the life of somebody by giving that vaccine. It's not the asset. Dilip Shanghvi, Cyrus Punawala, they are the first 10 richest people in India. But when they say that if my medicine can save the life of anybody, can extend the life of anybody, that is the biggest satisfaction which we are achieving. I think that is the biggest contribution from the pharma profession. And we belongs to that pharma profession. So be passionate about that pharmacy profession, that what difference I can make to the others as far as the life is concerned.
Right, sir. It's irony that today, if you ask general family or general people, very less people will say by choice that I wanted to go into pharma sector.
Right.
Generally, students say I wanted to become doctor or engineer. I wanted to go for a competitive exam or
Yes.
so on. Very, very less people, those who have some background about pharma, they might say I wanted to do pharma. But after talking to you, we are realizing that how big this sector is and how enormous opportunities are there.
Right.
And India is on the third spot already.
Yes.
So there are huge opportunities.
Huge.
And you have very rightly emphasized all the qualities which is required. Opportunities are there, but hard work, persistence, knowledge is equally important. So now we are at the end of this podcast session. So before we conclude, would you like to give any message to our students?
Yes, I would love to give the message. Basically, I wanted to tell many people, those who are aspiring for a big career in the pharma, that decide your dream, decide your destination, and start enjoying that process. If you enjoy the process, destination is always beautiful. Destination will always give the respect, rewards, and everything what you are looking for in the pharmacy profession. I always say to the student, live, love, and laugh. These three L's most important in the life, and we are contributing for the life. So the last message for you: जियो इतना कि जिंदगी कम पड़ जाए, हंसो इतना कि रोना मुश्किल हो जाए। किसी चीज को पाना तो किस्मत की बात है, मगर कोशिश इतनी करो कि ईश्वर देने को मजबूर हो जाए, मजबूर हो जाए, मजबूर हो जाए। And it was really enlightening and very thought-provoking discussion, sir. Thank you. Thanks a lot for coming to LBS. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.